Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 4th of March, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe we'll try in a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. Gets us into the second half of March. I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just say about first, video sales, our 6 UK weather forecast, with also a release weekend forecast and the ECMWF 42 day for UK and Ireland. Check out all of today's videos and content. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you everyone for doing that. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday as well, by the way. It's a nice day today. Get out and enjoy it. Going to be wet. Going to be wet and windy tomorrow. And that's where we start with today's 10 to 14 day, actually. So we've got a big area of low pressure. This is the latest wind from that from NorthSchool.net. I've got a big area of low pressure in the North Atlantic with an active weather system. And that's on its way in tonight. Particularly tomorrow will bring a blow of heavy rain and also gale force winds to northern and west regions tonight and tomorrow. I don't think this has been named by the UK Met and Met Aaron. There is still time for that, but at the moment this is an unnamed Atlantic storm. And it's still going to bring some pretty wild weather, though, tomorrow, particularly to the north and west. And the rain gets into the south and southeast tomorrow night, where it will linger through most of the night. Check out weekend forecast if you want to know more about that. Central England temperature is currently sitting at 4.6. That's nearly 1 degree above 61 tonight, 90 average, and it's provisional to yesterday, to the 21st of February, turning into a milder month then. These were GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're in London today, red line being the 30-year upper air temperature average. For London, we're starting off above average with those upper air temperatures at the moment, but they're going to be coming down as we go through next week. In fact, it might turn quite chilly towards the end of next week. There's bit of a hint of a Scandinavian higher again, actually, within the GFS output today. So by next weekend. So we're again maybe flirting with a Scandinavian. I don't know. But beyond that, we find the upper air temperatures lifting up into the second week of March. Although there is a lot of scatter then. So got mild ensemble members up here, which are the majority cluster, but we have got cooler ensemble members down there. Looks quite unsettled as well. With the ensemble graph, plenty of precipitation spikes coming through, really, from beginning to end. Temperature anomalies for the next 5 days are coming out above average. If we look at the 6 to 10 day temperature anomaly, then we're closer to long-term seasonal averages. And in 10 to 14 day, well, still cycling above average there on the 6 day. In terms of the precipitation anomaly for the next 7 days, it's wetter than average in the south, plus a bit drier than average up in the north and the east. A 4 to 10 day precipitation anomaly going drier. And if we look at the 8 to 14 day precipitation anomaly, close to average or on the drier side. Right, let's start going through the chart data then. Let's have the latest UK Met Euro range looking midnight on Tuesday. Low pressure north, high pressure south, flats pancake with winds coming in from the west, bringing showers in with them. Now, as we go through to the middle next week, there'll be some quite wet weather via this area of low pressure to the southwest. There'll be a weather front kind of through there that might bring heavy rain to England, Wales. Further north, though, could be drier, but a bit on the colder side. And then we head up towards next weekend, and another low starts moving in from the Atlantic, bringing more rain in with it. Now, is there a bit of a hint of some heights trying to rise up towards Scandinavia again? Let's put in a question mark. Maybe. Are we going to be chasing more phantom Easterlies? I wonder. Icon! Again, looking flat to pancake on Tuesday, sunshine and showers. And then into Wednesday and Thursday, well, wet for England, Wales, drier, but a bit cooler for Scotland. Drier in all areas by the end of next week, and then low pressure starts heading in from the Atlantic by next weekend. That could be bringing some heavy rain in with it. The KMA, all much of a muchness once more. So higher pressure starting to build over to the east country towards the end of next week. Rather stormy though into the start of March still for KMA. Quite cold as well, so heavy rain and strong winds push through the country, and up to the 6th of March ending up very unsettled still. Certainly no hints of a Scandinavian there, but check out the GFS midnight run. Again, we've got high pressure south, low pressure to the north through the middle part of next week. Then high pressure building at the end next week, and check out where the high pressure's going again. Yes, here we go, back to Scandinavia. Winds going into the east there next weekend on the GFS midnight run, and then high pressure takes over quite strongly actually over into the east of the country towards Scandinavia right the way into the second week of March, and eventually we start to bring in potentially some quite cold air from the east actually. If we check out the upper air temperatures, got a big puddle of minus 10 Celsius at 850 kPa sitting just to our east, threatening, not to bring a breeze, but threatening to bring some pretty cold air in from the east, maybe some snow showers. So the GFS midnight run is at it again with Scandinavian highs, but check out the 6 there, rather different, and again we've got, well, some rain for England, Wales around the middle part of the week. Then we go into a drier spell though at the end of the week before low pressure again comes in off the Atlantic, but this time through next weekend, low pressure coming in off the Atlantic and no Scandinavia. We're not flirting with a Scandi on the 6 there, unlike the midnight run. No, just flat as a pancake, really westerly winds there, so two very different GFS operational runs. That takes us through to the end of it, which gets us 10th of March, and again westerly winds are dominating or predominating? Not sure. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, I was away from school today, but I was teaching English. If you are enjoying the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please show everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment? Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos, content, live streams, etc, etc, etc. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe too. Thanks so much everyone for doing that. About 43, I think it is. 43, 44 subscribers gets us to 19.6k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thanks so much everyone. GM, France Pancake again on Tuesday. High pressure, low pressure to the north. Into the last stages of next week. High pressure starting to build over to the east of the country. Quite like dry weather in with it. Then low pressure returns next weekend with more wet weather. Straight no Scandinavian high on the GFS, on the GEM I should say, midnight run. All westerly and low pressure dominated up to day 10, 4th of March there, so more unsettled weather. And then the ECM rounds it all off again. High pressure down, low pressure to the north with a westerly flow. And then we see, well, probably some wet weather through the middle part of the week across England and Wales. Bit drier at the end of the week before low pressure back in from the Atlantic. Wet and windy up to day 10. Very cyclonic, actually, with the GFS, with the ECM at midnight. Won't get me models mixed up. We end up looking like that. Rather cool, showery with the ECM. Winds in from the northwest. I could turn wintry up in the north, bit of a hint of a mid-Atlantic ridge there. The GFS with that Scandinavian high idea looks quite isolated. I think that's a synoptic outlier on the midnight run. I've got a feeling next week, after a bit of a ridge build across the country, we'll see a return of the Atlantic flow next weekend. Precipitation-wise, this is how the ECM midnight run is looking up to day 10 from Tameteo.com. So in comes all of this wet and windy weather through tonight and tomorrow, lingering in the south into Monday as well. Gradually clears away. Then we're left with showers in the north and the west. Further wet weather driving in around the middle part of next week. Dry for a couple of days at the end of next week. And then next weekend, more rain returning from the Atlantic. It's very wet actually down in the south there. Wintry showers up in the north. These are the yachts on the table within the ECM ensembles today. For day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office gets us to the 4th of March. 11 members of the ECM ensembles. Very cyclonic. Low pressure right over top of the country. 9 low pressure over in sight to the west of the country. We've got another 9 with, but perhaps a bit more ridging down in the south. So it could be a bit drier there, but basically still unset with low pressure control. We've got 8 with low pressure dominating, another 8 with low pressure dominating, and a final 6 with low pressure dominating. So they're all low pressure dominated. The only difference is in the exact placement of those areas of low. But to be honest, they're all much of a muchness there. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. gets us to the 9th of March. 19 members of the ECM ensembles keep the onslaught going. We've got 18 with low pressure, more or less over top of the coast. Could be doing a bit cooler with that one. Winds coming in from the northwest, but very unsettled. And then we've got 14 trying to build up some higher pressure to the northeast. Low pressure out to the west. Looks like the low pressure being blocked there. Whether that's moving towards the Scandinavian high is too far away to ascertain, to be honest. Right, CFS V2 looks like this. It looks very unsettled still for the first 10 days of March anyway, let's say. Right, CFS V2 beats a 500 millibar. High times break it down to week periods. The first week period takes us from the 22nd, 28th of February. The next week with high pressure trying to build over Scandinavia. Low pressure out to the west into week 2, which is going to be the 1st of the 7th of March. High pressure in the Atlantic, low pressure up there. Bit of a ridge through here. Very complicated pattern. I think it's still probably a bit mixed. Week 3 will be the 8th to the 14th of March. Low pressure again in off the Atlantic. What's happening along those westerly winds like that. And then week 4 looks like this. High pressure takes over into the 4th week. It's the 15th, 21st of March. High pressure towards Scandinavia. Could pull wind around to the east there. Could that be some colder weather starting to get going, perhaps around the middle part of the month? And could that be strat related? This is the latest stratospheric temperature forecast for the GFS, just to bring you up to date with that. So, blue colours, these are the cold temperatures at 10 HPA over the Arctic and the North Pole. Stratospheric polar vortex, essentially. So, we run through the next few days. Not much change, to be honest. The polar vortex is maintained if displacing to northern Europe and the North Atlantic over the next week. But in the extended range, once again, we see signs of a very significant stratospheric warming developing over Russia there through the first week of March and moving into the North Pole itself. So by the time we get through to the 8th of March, it looks like we've got a genuine sudden stratospheric warming event occurring. Dramatic rising temperature pushing from Russia and Siberia into the North Pole. Displacement of stratospheric polar vortex to northern Europe and the North Atlantic. And right at the very end, it looks like we're about to split the vortex there with 2 lows of blue spiralling off in opposite directions. I reckon that will be enough to reverse the zone of wind at 10 HPA, 60 degrees north, and will therefore be a sudden stratospheric warming event. We're certainly reaching the sort of temperature level that I look for to be able to do that. I mean, it's a long way off though, it's extended range, so therefore it's unreliable. The strat forecast data from the GFS in the 10 to 14 day time frame, which is when this is occurring, really, is as unreliable as any of the other extended range GFS data. So it may not verify, it may not come off, but it does have support from the ECMWF extended model. And I think next week this will be probably a particular focus of the videos, see where this is going. We're beyond winter, but as I keep saying, March is not too early to get considerable levels of cold weather, just as we can get very warm, at times really hot weather in September. So we can still get very cold, wintry weather in March. And so we've got to be careful about this, especially for farmers and growers and whatnot. We shall keep you updated. Of course we will. Here at GavsWeatherVids. And this may play part in the spring forecast tomorrow. More about that in a second. We're done. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. Make sure everyone for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos, content, live streams, etc, etc. Don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe too. And thanks so much, everyone, for doing that for us. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, so let's just tell what's happening on the channel. I've got an epic day to come tomorrow. I've got 6 AM forecast. At 10 AM we'll be releasing the spring forecast. Around 1ish, we've got GavsWeatherVids State Roundup, and then we should be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, winter 10 to 14 day, discussing the spring forecast, all of that in the live stream. So a big day tomorrow. It means I've got a very, very busy afternoon and evening ahead of me. I've got to do the spring forecast and the Sunday roundup. So I shall be chained to the chair here into a small hours working away for all of you. But never mind, it's my job, so I love it. And therefore we shall see you tomorrow, either for one of the videos or for the live at 6 p.m. But for this one, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon. So get out and enjoy the lovely weather, and have a good one. And we'll see you later. This one, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.